cannot wait. Brian Moore against Luca Iovine.
Let's check out the tail of the tape.
Tail of the tape here, the big difference. Brian Moore normally is not the tallest guy here. Got a 5-inch height advantage where you can see if his boxing establishes itself with that advantage.
To Michael C. Williams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight here at 3 Arena in Dublin, we'll go 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing first the blue corner. At 5'3", weighing in 134.6 pounds. His professional record, 18 wins, 8 losses. He hails from Roma, Italia, presenting Luca Iovine. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 135.8 pounds. The Bellator veteran stands with 15 professional victories, 9 defeats. From County Wexford, Ireland, introducing Brian the Pipeman Moore. And the referee in charge, Brian Miner.
You've been watching, you've been with Dave and Michael for the last couple of hours. You've already seen and felt what this crowd can do, how it can affect a fight.
Oh, no doubt. This is an unbelievable place. If you're a fighter, you have got to fight in Dublin, Ireland, because the energy here it's indescribable.
It's been really interesting to hear media talking about wanting to be your fans, talking about, hey, I got to go see a fight. It's a bucket list thing now for fighters to fight here and for fans to see fights here. All right, now, you love yourself some Pike Man, but you want to see him let it go.
I do, because, you know, one of the things I love about Brian Moore, he is a student of the game. He's a student of old-time boxing. This is a guy that studies guys like Sugar Ray Robinson, guys that people haven't heard of, like Charlie Burley and stuff. I mean, unbelievable technicians, especially in the defensive realm, and that's where Moore keeps on working. He wants to be offensive, and he wants to make you miss so he can counter and knock you out.
Yeah, he's been a great defensive fighter in situations where he didn't have to be.
You know, and it's some of his fights, he's had fights against really good fighters, you know, guys like A.J. McKee, you know, and he's been in there and he was winning that fight for a while. And then third round, he got submitted. It happens. But, man, we're talking in the stand-up. He's so clean. He's got one of the best left hooks to the body. I call him the Irish Canelo based upon that left hook.
Right there.
Unbelievable.
There's also a right uppercut that got through.
You saw that little head move. You see how he moved his head off center line. He threw that right hand down the pipe, and just that little movement, Luca throws a shot, and it slides by.
Some good shots early from Brian Moore. Fought Daniel Weichel the very first time we were ever here.
Oh,
good shot. Iovine got one in. Oh, and Moore with the answer. Iovine felt too careful and he paid the price.
That's one where you do some damage and you think you've got that opportunity to open up, and you just didn't hurt him quite enough to where he cannot use that training and come back with a big shot and put you in trouble. Nice job of just settling down, controlling himself, catch a breath. He got rocked, and he rocked Luca back. But smart move by Brian Moore just to slow this down. You're in a great spot, good positioning, in mount. Now you're in half guard, doesn't matter. You're still able to do damage.
And you heard the corner, stay low.
Well, right now he's got the right arm of Luca was trapped. Luca got it free, but Luca's got to be careful of where if he's going to go for that sweep, you got to go for it and continue on with it. Don't stop. As soon as you stop, it's going to get crushed down, and now your arm's trapped.
Iovine preventing the pass. Wonder if Brian Moore's head is clear now if he's happy to have this back up.
Both guys are back in it now. They both got stung, though, no doubt about it.
thought that was an important fight for A.J. McKee, coming here to fight Brian Moore.
That was an incredibly important fight for AJ, and he learned a huge lesson off of it because he came in, you know, it's a nice attempt, but there's nothing there right now based upon the elbows not on the hips. Luca going for that armbar attempt, not close though. But with AJ McKee, he was in, you know, hostile territory. No one liked him. They wanted Brian Moore to win. And he didn't give Brian Moore enough respect. I don't think he trained hard enough, and he learned never, ever doubt or give lack of respect to an opponent. You need to train for everyone just as hard as you can.
Yeah, that was the early knock on A.J. McKee, is that he was doing basically all he had to do
just
to
enough.
Get by. Right.
Just enough. Not now. And you can see the difference.
Said every parent who's ever had a son. Just enough to get by.
That's it. Nice movement by both gentlemen. Great job by Luca to try to move himself. Brian Moore basically allowing him to spin underneath him, maintaining his position. Beautiful knee on belly right now. A lot of pressure right in the mouth.
Two very different fights packed into this first 5 minutes. And a big finish from Brian Moore.
That's the way you want to finish a round, though.
Pretty comfortable 10-9 for Brian Moore.
Absolutely. He brought that back. You know, as soon as Luca put him down, he was behind, came right back, put Luca down, and then dominated from that point.
Luca Iovine started 12-1 in his career. Fighting out of Italy, top team. Submission grapplers had a lot of success.
Iovine putting a lot of pressure coming forward. And that's a good thing. You want to try to put your opponent on their back foot because most guys don't fight well off their back foot.
Brian Moore lost the fight in Moscow last fall, and it really sent him to a bad place. We're going to talk about Pedro Carvalho later on. Something similar happened, but Brian Moore's been very open talking about going to a therapist and dealing with insomnia and OCD. Right now he's taking some shots, so that's what he's trying to deal with. But so much admiration for athletes who talk openly about that.
Yeah, it's because, you know, fighters aren't supposed to have any fears. They're not supposed to have these problems. It's like they're people. Of course they do. You know? Think about getting out, you know, basically in your underwear in front of a big crowd and having fans and friends there, and what failure does.
That guy knows about it. James Gallagher knows about fighting in this building, the pressure that comes with it, fighting high-level opponents. Looking forward to seeing him back in the cage. James Gallagher was a phenom, and now we look around, John, and there's 22 and 23-year-olds at a high level all over the place.
Boy, isn't there, man. We just saw a couple earlier tonight. Liam McCracken. He didn't win the fight, but boy, I'll tell you what, 21 years old, beautiful shot right there.
It was.
He just keeps on coming forward.
He does.
There is no doubt about toughness. And this is exactly where I thought Luca Iovine needed to be.
Yeah.
Get into the grappling situations.
He's probably gotten better of the stand-up than you thought he would.
Dad, take it about, mate. Get the shin in between and get to the fence, Brian.
And this is where Brian Moore has had problems in the past. You were talking about his fight in Moscow. You cannot accept being on the bottom. Once you're there, now it's a matter of, okay, am I going to try to submit? Am I going to try to reverse, or am I getting myself up? But I cannot stay here. And anytime you see him cross those legs, just like he just did, that's a defensive move. That means you're staying there. You're not working to get up at that point. You're just trying to defend. Nice job of trapping the arm by Iovine. You see he's got that lace behind, holding the right arm of Brian Moore with his right arm, which is going to open up his left hand.
Brian Moore has submission wins, but they come from starching dudes and then choking them once they go down, not working from the bottom like this.
Right here, cannot wait, needs to get his foot planted, start working himself back, use the cage as a balance point, and just kind of cheese grater Iovine out just like he just did. Use that fence as a scraping point. It's got friction, it makes it hard to hold on to you.
That's a low shot, pretty easy to see. The ever popular second look at the low blow.
Well, you'll see he brings the knee up. And it's a nice excuse to say, well, he's only 5'3", so it's got to come out. You know, yeah, that's just placement. You know, he's supposed to be responsible for his weapons. We'll see how Brian Miner handles this. But at least he should, at a minimum, allow Brian Moore to have the choice of does he put him back in the same spot or does he put them to their corners and separate them. That should be Brian Moore's decision.
Stay in that corner.
And it's a good thing that Brian Moore right now is taking his time.
Yeah, which a lot of that has that evolved. A few years ago, we were talking about how nobody ever took enough time. Is that getting better or not?
No, I don't think it's getting better. I really don't. And very few fighters, actually, sit there and say, oh, and there's reasons why. Sometimes it's like, oh, I think I'm in better shape than my opponent. But don't put yourself in a place where you're going back and you're not as recovered as you could be.
You ready? All right. Hard warnings. Huh? You're taking his position
so
back.
Brian Miner says hard warning. What he's telling Iovine with that is, hey, next time I'm going to take a point from you.
There's a world between completely accidental and on purpose. And that lived inside that world.
And where Brian Moore's making a mistake right now is as you see Luca putting that pressure, Brian, instead of turning that angle, cutting the angle, spinning his back foot away and making it so Iovaine's got to come after him, he's going straight back. That only puts Luca in position to possibly land a shot.
Spinning back fist, that was a little slow, but you see Brian Moore has opened up a cut. That's the head movement you were talking about.
Yep. John Kavanaugh knows what he's doing.
A little bit.
Just a fantastic coach.
I was going to say, he's a little busy tonight.
Just a little. He's got to hate shows in Dublin. especially since he had to fly in from Vegas to actually come here and corner his guys to go back.
You didn't hear of anybody else flying in from Vegas, did you? Just start rumors online?
No.
No, okay.
So,
and we have a goring shot in the earlier round. Now we got an eye poke.
Come here.
We've seen these end fights.
We have. Let's take a look at what happens here. He's got the fingers there, and he just paws out. And that's what, and it could be just so subtle. Just depends on how it touches the eye.
You get 5.
But understand the one thing now, this is in the third round. You've had 13 seconds of the third round. So if this does end up being stopped based upon the fighter not being able to continue, it's going to end up going to the judges' scorecards. They're going to score this third round and they're going to use the other two to come up with a technical winner.
Don't rush past that, because people are going to say, wait a minute, John, they score the 13 seconds.
They do score the 13 seconds of the round. Now, it could be 10-10.
All right.
You know, there might not have been enough.
Good.
Nothing landed,
All right,
anything
come on,
to say
go.
we're going to do it. But we don't have to worry about that.
Using the kicks for distance. See if he's following the direction here. John Kavanaugh, the corner.
Again, just a little bit too much of when he's going back, he's going straight back for too many steps. You want to take that and start cutting it to one side or the other, whichever you're feeling more comfortable at. Don't allow him to chase you straight back towards the cage. Good attempt with the switch, but it's not a single leg, it's a double that Luca has, which is going to make that switch not work. And again, now you have Luca on top. Brian needs to either do damage here from underneath or think about, is it going to be the submission, the reversal, or am I getting myself back to my feet? And you see he's looking for that reversal right there with that nice elevator. Didn't work.
Explain to new fans, John, that being on top doesn't mean you're winning.
No, in fact, you know, right now you're taking a look. Luca is controlling the position, and he's trying to maintain and hold that position, but he's not doing any type of damage right now, so it's fairly even. There he throws a punch, but it did not hit. That hit the arm of Brian Moore, so he's got to work and do damage here. Now, obviously, that takes a lot of effort, and he's trying, but don't just control. Do damage.
Bring that up because clearly we have a close fight that's going down to the final couple of minutes. And don't think simply because Brian Moore is on the bottom that means he's giving the round away. You can do damage from the bottom.
You can, but he's not.
He's
not going to be honest about what's going on. But he's moving his hips well, and Luca is following. But he needs to do more than just move his hips out of position. He needs to establish that I'm going to either get that reversal or move myself so I can get back to my feet, which he's trying right now.
You got to feel like if you're Brian Moore, you need these last 90 seconds on the feet if you can get him there.
Absolutely he does. Luca is high, though. Right now, Brian needs to really get himself as posted up on those legs as he can and start to shake him off. Don't let him sit himself back. Nice job by Luca. Gets the back. Has the hooks in. He's in what we call seatbelt position. He's just holding now. He's going for the punches, but he's just trying to control position more than he is going for the choke right now.
Came down by the bus load from Wexford to see their hero. After a very strong first round, Brian Moore's been unable to get anything going.
Continue to move up. He needs to get that right arm. Pull that right arm back so you get on the other side of him. There you go.
Let's see what he has left.
He needs to break away, in my opinion.
Yeah, you see Luca holding on to his wrist for dear life. Nice elbow. Another one. Is it enough?
See right here, don't wait, you gotta go. Nice shot.
Came in with the left, straight right. Big finish for Brian Moore.
And this is what, judges are looking for damage. It doesn't matter so much how much time the position, how much damage.
Shots are getting through, and this is going to be a tough one as we go to the judges. Michael C. Williams has the answers.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go now to your 3 judges. Your first judge, Eric Colon, scores the fight 29-28. He sees the fight for more. Your second judge at K-side, Sal D'Amato, scores the fight 29-28. He sees the fight for Iovine. Your third and final judge, Paul Sutherland, scores the fight 29-28 for the winner by split decision, the Pike Man, Brian